How you doing, YouTube? This is AUAG coming at you with another video. In our last video, we basically explained when the big event is going to take place in the month of August, due to the fact that the month of August is AV, which lines up with the Jugarian calendar. Now, events have taken place, but it wasn't as big as I thought. I believe it was going to be much bigger. And just because it hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it won't happen later on in the month of AV. We're still technically in the month of AV. Now, an interesting note is that the Dow Jones, when it fell, which was the biggest drop, or the second biggest drop so far this year, since May, when it fell, which it closed at 26,485 points on August 2nd, which is August 2nd was also the first of AV. It had its biggest drop on August 5th, which it dropped more than or close to 1,000 points, but it ended the day on 700 and something points. I think it was 756, something like that. But it did drop as much as 1,000 points on August 5th, which was the fourth of AV. Now, this is interesting how the second biggest drop in the Dow Jones for this year did land on the month of AV. That is very interesting. So certain things are taking place. Can this be a setup for a major drop later on in the month of AV? Maybe AV 15th, AV 20th, right around there? Yes, definitely. And I do believe so. Hopefully this the setup and also the how can I say it? The subliminal messages that are pointing to the month of August does add up, and it does manifest in the month of August, because everything is pointing to the month of August. Every other month just wouldn't make sense. I did a lot of subliminal messages, reading subliminal messages on the month of September to October and so forth, and they really don't align as well as the month of August. Let's go ahead and go here with the silver chart just to see what silver is doing in the month of August. So far, when AV started on August 2nd. The silver price was basically 16.12, and that was August 1st. We needed to break this resistance line here to confirm a new leg up. And I'll bring it closer just to show you. Bring it a little closer. Okay, so we needed to break 1655 to 1660 to form a new leg up. Now, the reason why this is fantastic news, and let me see if I could. No, I can't bring it closer. Okay, so the reason why this is fantastic news is that we have one leg up down here, right? So the first leg up here, the second leg up, and then we have the third leg up. And what I mean by leg ups, I explain it in better detail on my previous videos, which is basically silver and the cycle of 2.5. You could definitely look it up just to get a reference of that. But I'm going to go ahead and continue on. So silver basically ignited or started moving upward in a new leg up on August 2nd, which was also known as first of AV, which is very interesting. So it broke the resistance line up here past August 6th to August 7th, which is basically AV5 to AV6. Now, since we're in the fourth leg up, this hasn't really completed yet. We still have a few more days for this to pan out until we get a major downturn again. Now, when I say major downturn, just a downturn to form the proper leg up. The reason why this is fantastic news is that we're about to explode big time. And let me go ahead and show you something. Okay. So back here, we had the Brit exit. Now, what's interesting about this is before the powers that be allow gold and silver to explode higher, there needs to be a certain event that takes place. And what do I mean by that? If I go back here, we had for silver to run into a bull market just like this, which, back in the day, everything was much slower, of course. Things are moving much faster now than it has been since the early 2000s. That could be a factor of a lot of things. It could be, a factor of just our tech is moving much faster, socially, politically, economically. Just everything is moving much quicker than it was before. So long story short, we had a bull market here. And what set this bull market off was the 2001 market crash, also known as the dot-com bubble. Now, what set this silver bull market here, which after the silver market reset it to from the previous one, what set this bull market off here was the housing market bubble. And a lot of you guys know what I'm talking about with the housing market bubble. It started in 2007 to 2008, and it caused the silver market to explode upward. It took 2.5 or a little bit less than 2.5 years to reach for silver to reach from what was it? It was actually lower than this. It was 7 something, but this just gives you a guesstimate. That just gives you a guesstimate price. But it reached as low as 7 something with some change, and it reached all the way up to $50 when the bull market ended, which is almost a 7-fold increase. And that was only in 2.5 years. Now that if you go forward in time, and we can come here, what set this bull market here, which was a very small one, was the Brit exit. But before the Brit exit, we had other issues as well that was going on, especially politically. And a lot of market downturns were also going on during that time. You can even look at the Dow Jones. Let me go back here. I'll show you. We had a lot of people fearing back in 2015 to 2016. And the reason why is because the markets were very, very shady. You can see here, it was showing a lot of bearish trends, and it was causing a lot of people to fear and panic. And what was going on is that the smart money was moving their money from currency into gold and silver. And it caused a price spike in gold and silver during that time. Also, during the Brit exits took place, I believe it was late June to early July, when they came out, when the British Parliament came out announcing that they were going to have a exit from the EU. And it caused a major spike to occur in silver and gold. It actually formed the 4th leg up, and it broke this resistance line, which is right here. See that? It broke that right there, and it exploded up higher. Now, with this one that we have now, we are on the 4th leg up. Now, this is moving, again, like I said before, this is moving very, very fast. And I explained that in my previous video, which is 2.5, the cycle of silver. But this is fantastic news, and the reason why this is fantastic news is because we just entered into a 4th leg up, which we hasn't completed yet. But if you do this here, if you do the measurements and to determine where the price is going to go. Now, I don't have a ruler or anything, but I'll go ahead and do this with a pen. I'll go ahead and show you. So if you take the length from the top of this right there to the bottom of this, and you add it upward here to the downturn here, which completed the leg up right down there, and look at the very top, you see that it doubled the last 3 leg ups. 1, 2, 3. It doubled this, which is great. So that means we can use this as a reference for the next run up here. So we can go back here just to determine where the price is going to go. Oops. Let me go back here. So what we could do here is we could take the bottom of this, which is here, and line it about a little bit less than $14, and take it all the way to the top of here, which is the resistance line here of the 3rd leg up, and it will determine the price of this. Okay, so I'll bring it back. And this would give us an idea of how high this thing is going to go on the 4th leg up, which just started. We get market here, bring it across, there you go. If you bring it upward from the bottom of there, which was the finishing of that leg up, we should get to a range of almost $19. We may actually pass it a little bit. We should pass $19, or we'll get into the high 18s. That will be the next price range for the 4th leg, which is really, really good. Now, another thing is, after we break the 4th leg up, we are going to make tremendous moves. And let me show you why. The reason why is because when this 4th leg was broken back in 2010, I believe it was, yeah, 2010, when the 4th leg was broken, which was this resistance line here, which is 1884, the silver market absolutely exploded. It skyrocketed all the way up to $28 or almost 30 bucks. Now, and it probably actually went up to 30 because it just gives you a guesstimate price. That's all it does back in 2010. Now, if this, when we come back down after reaching between 18 and 19 on the fourth leg up, if we break the fourth leg up, we are definitely going to break the range of this here, the top of this, which is 2067, which was the last bull market. If we break this, we are going to make another move just like this back during the 2008 housing market crash. We're going to make the exact same move. So I can see a price range of running up to the range of $30 to $33 roughly. And that could happen right after August. The reason why is because if you do the 2.5 cycle, this fourth leg up, which if we go back here, this fourth leg up here should complete once we pass $18 range, should complete towards the end of August. Then at the end of August to the beginning of September, we should skyrocket higher, and we should get into the $30 range, which is very, very good. There will be the fifth leg up, and hopefully after the fifth, we will continue on forward. But right now, we will have to get past the fourth leg up first. But it does appear that we will get into above the $18 range, which is fantastic news. And silver and gold stackers should celebrate for this moment. This is a very good moment, and a lot of people have been waiting, have been stacking patiently, and especially myself and many others. And you can even look them up on YouTube. Just type in silver stackers. They have been buying and waiting patiently, and it's a good time for us. It's well deserved, definitely well deserved. Anyway, I am going to go ahead and sign out. I'm going to go ahead and do the next video. I'm going to do some silver stacking, show a little bit of my silver stack, just a little bit, and then I'm going to go ahead and talk about summertime sadness, and we're going to go ahead and talk about the solar eclipses that took place, the red blue moons, and the summertime sadness song that reference into iPad Goat. So we're going to talk a little bit about iPad Goat and summertime sadness. All right, take care.